Hi, this is Matt Rundown. If you enjoy movie reviews, short and trailer reactions, you're in the right place. If you want to subscribe, hit the like button down below.
Today we're going to be reviewing The Rage, Carrie 2. The Rage, Carrie 2 is a 1999 supernatural horror film directed by Katt, Shea, starring Emily Bergl as Rachel Lang and Jason London as Jesse Ryan.
Rachel Lang, a relation of Carrie White, is tormented by school bullies, of course. When she discovers that she has superhuman abilities, history repeats itself again. It's going to be a pretty short, good section. And I think the only thing that I really enjoyed from the movie was the special effects, especially at one stage where she gets all those vines coming across her face. I loved that. They made it look so real. It didn't look like it was like 1 second there and then not. It felt like it was coming up and bubbling to the surface like her rage.
Yes.
And the fire and stuff was all fine.
Yeah, it was fun. Didn't pull me out of it or anything. So let's go to the bad. And honestly, it's Carrie 2, so we're going to be comparing it to Carrie 1. You can't not, because they've named it Carrie 2. And the first Carrie really felt like a high school drama, almost, that slowly devolved into this horror, and it was really well done. This one felt like they kind of just wanted to pad it with enough justification for it to go insane by the end of the movie. So it almost, it didn't quite work for me because of that. They wanted this big kill scene at the end that copied Carrie, but didn't quite know how to get there properly with enough feeling.
Yeah. So it didn't really feel real.
Yeah, very much. And I suppose that's down to the acting and the story, because it's not as good as the first one.
And I think, like you were saying, they tried to push so much in the middle of the movie that they almost forgot to develop the characters.
Yeah.
So you don't really end up connecting with any of the characters because they're not fully developed people. The only character I really liked was the one who died in the first scene. In that first piece. And I was like, oh. And then after that, they were fine. It wasn't terrible acting. I think if the film had more direction and they had thought out the plot a lot better and given the actors more to work with, I think it would have been fine.
Yes. So some good actors in there, but they weren't good actors in this.
No, because the story sucked.
Yeah. Overall, it's not really a great movie, and it's largely not great because it's carbon copy of the first one. Like, same abilities, same story, same thing happens to her with the exact same result. But it's just not as good as the first one. It's written poorly. The acting, of course, doesn't work because it's written poorly. So it's a pale imitation of the original.
Yeah, definitely. So in terms of rating, we gave the acting 5 because, like we said, it wasn't bad, but also it was difficult to judge it any better because I think the story just sucked.
We gave the script a 2 because it was really poorly written. Like we said, bad copy of the original.
And the effects and design a 6.
Yeah, they were fun. Filmmaking a 4. There's some weird shots in there sometimes, very 90s. And maybe in the 90s you would have looked at the filmmaking and said, oh, that's so cool. But 20 years later, not so much.
I still enjoyed some of them.
Yeah.
Sounds and music of 5, it was fine.
And then enjoyment a 2 because I did not enjoy that all too much. There might have been 1 or 2 scenes where I was can't board again. Yeah,
the only thing I really liked was the bubbling up of the wines.
Yeah.
And then in terms of X Factor, didn't really have it, unfortunately.
No. So that gives it a total of 3.4, which is pretty good. Considering the movie we watched. So, a little bit of an obscure question. Let us know in the comments down below. Have you ever seen a sequel to a movie where the movie was based on the book, but the sequel wasn't, that was actually good?
Yeah. Or even better than the movie.
Yeah.
The first one. I doubt it.
I
can't think of anything offhand.
No.
Be interested to hear what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Later.